welcome to or welcome back to the channel Jane Reads. My name is Jeanette, and today is the start of another reading, rambling, and real life video. Today is Monday, December the 29th, and we are under a blizzard warning today. It is snowing like crazy outside, and yesterday we had a freezing rain warning with a number of power outages within town. We did not get any. Our lights flickered quite a bit, but it never officially went out for a period of time, thankfully. And there's branches all over the place, and now we have snow. A ton of snow. They are calling for anywhere from 25 to 50 centimeters of snow. I've already seen that a few roads have been closed since we've been back home. So this morning, I did need to go into work to get payroll done. Technically, the office is closed, but payroll was due, so I had to go do it. So thankfully, because Andrew is off, he drove me to work, and he just brought his tablet and watched a couple videos, waited for me to finish, and then we came home. And just that drive, like, he was doing 35 kilometers an hour in a 68 kilometer hour zone because it was just, the roads are covered. So yeah, it is crazy. So we are home now and going to stay home for days. I don't know how long. Depends what happens with the weather, I guess. I mean, I don't plan on going out for a while. So yeah. So we've come home, we've had lunch, and I thought I would update you on reading, where I am, where I'm starting the week with. So I am continuing from The Valley We Rise by Elizabeth Musser. I have about 100 pages left, maybe. I don't even know if it's that. I'm on chapter 50, page 324. Yeah, so not even that. It is 371. So 50 pages left. So I will finish this probably today. We'll see. This is my audiobook. I do plan on cleaning my makeup brushes this afternoon, and I want to listen to an audiobook, but I need to charge my phone before I do that. So I'm going to film this clip, charge my phone, and then read this. And I don't know what book I'm picking up, because right now this is the only one I have going because I finished my other one last night. And do I start January TBR? I don't know. I'm really tempted. Where is it? I'm really tempted to start While the City Sleeps by Elizabeth Camden because this is not officially on my January TBR, but I need to read it before I read book 2 of this series, which is officially on my January TBR. So I'm gonna maybe I get a head start and do this one. But I'm also we're in that week between Christmas and New Year's. Is it okay to read another Christmas book? Because I'm kind of thinking, I got this one from Anne earlier this month, and I'm thinking I might read this, and it's not very long. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what I decide to start. But yeah, that is kind of what's happening today. That's about it for right now. Well, it is Tuesday, December the 30th now, and I thought I would update because I finished From the Valley We Rise by Elizabeth Musser last night. I only had 30 pages left when I last checked in. And I was going to listen to it on audio, but because I only had 30 pages and I didn't know when I would be able to listen to audio because my husband's home. And so I physically read it. I'm still going to count the whole book as an audiobook because majority of it, 370 pages of it was audio. So yeah, okay. What did I think? I struggled with this book. I have decided I'm going to give it 3 stars because there was one character, especially, that I was really interested in and invested in. And then there was a second character that I grew to become invested in. But I found the story moved very slowly. And while there's a lot happening in the time period, because it's wartime France during World War II, we lead up to D-Day, D-Day happens, and then kind of the follow-up of it. or like the aftermath. And we learn about something that actually happened in history that you don't really hear about a lot. But so there's a lot like happening in the world at this time, like where these characters are. But for the characters themselves, I felt like it moved very slowly, and there was a lot of just waiting around or kind of seeing, like, I don't know, it felt slow. And we are following 3 main characters who are involved in various tasks, but they're not like involved together. Like they're not personally interacting until the last half of the book, really. And even then, they're not together all the time. We're following them very separately with a little bit of overlap. But there was one character that I was invested in and really wanted to know, like, what led them to the point they're at now. Like, I wanted to know their backstory, and it is revealed. Then the other character I felt for, was interested in, but I also just, it was kind of like, whatever. And then the third character was kind of the same way. I just wasn't personally connected to them. I don't know if it's because I was listening to it or if it's because of the writing style. I just didn't connect the same way I would like to. I'm not really sure what it was. I normally really enjoy World War II stories, so I don't know what it was exactly. Like, I can't pinpoint it, what it was for this one. So yeah. And it did feel very choppy at times. Like, we're following the 3 characters, and it flips between characters at very random times, like within a chapter, or like, the next chapter is about somebody else. But even like, it was just very random. And the epilogue felt exactly the same way. Like, the epilogue takes place a number of years after the main part of the book ends. And it's kind of like a summary of what's happened in those missing years, like the years that we've missed. But it also didn't feel like it really explained what was going on, or I didn't understand what was going on exactly. Like, it wrapped up some of the relationships, but it was like, I don't know why they're where they are. Like, I just wasn't fully following it. It just felt choppy. So this is an unhaul for me because I do not keep books on my shelves that I rate less than 3 stars unless they are part of a series where I've given other books in the series higher ratings. I'm kind of sad that I'm to be unhauling this because I do really like the cover. And it would work for transportation on the cover, one of the prompts in September for my bingo board. And this book was gifted to me by Amanda when I met up with her. But I also got a bunch of other books from her that I know I'm going to keep. So yeah, this one I will be passing on. Then I had to figure out what I was going to read next. As I mentioned yesterday, I was debating between 2 books, but then when I was putting together my 26 and 26 cards, I was printing them all off so that my husband could go through and put the numbers and the stickers on, which he has done now. I'm realizing you can't even see most of the stickers. But while I was printing these off and cutting them all up, I was like, oh, I can't read that book. I can't start that book yet because I was hoping to start While the City Sleeps. But it's a 26 and 26 book. And I cannot start it on December 29th when I don't work the 30th and 31st. Or so I'm like, I don't know how much I will read the next couple of days, but I wasn't taking that risk. So that meant I decided to start You'll Make It Feel Like Christmas by Toni Shiloh. I did not get very far last night because I got distracted watching some YouTube videos. I read 35 pages, so I'm just starting chapter 4, and I'm intrigued. I feel for the one character who is come home for Christmas, and her sister is getting married at Christmas to her ex-boyfriend. like the poor girl, and then having to see all this happening. And then we have Wyatt. Is that his name? Wallen. It was a W name. We have Wallen, who is a friend of Star's brother, and he has recently lost his mom and his sister's away, so he kind of is alone right now for the season. This starts at the American Thanksgiving, and so maybe the two are going to connect. I think they will. I'm pretty sure they will. But how does that happen? So we'll see. So that is what I'm starting or continuing. That is what I've started and what I will be continuing today. But my husband is at a massage appointment this morning, and so I am going to work on filming some videos while he's away. We'll see how many I can get done. We did get snow yesterday, but it was more, rather than accumulation, it was more from wind and snow drifts. And it was really funny because looking at our driveway, there was like a ton of drifts right beside Andrew's car, like in front of the garage, and up to the sidewalk. And then from the sidewalk to the road, it was clear. And so Andrew pulled out the snowblower to blow the first half of the driveway, but the second half he didn't have to do. Just the way the wind was blowing. I would have taken a video of it, but it's really hard to take a video of our front. That is why a lot of my outdoor pictures are at work because like it's very open and you can really tell when it's blowing and stuff. But I'm not going to work just to take a picture or a video because that road is not great either, especially when it's like this. And they're calling for snow squalls again today and tomorrow. And I said to Andrew, I don't know if our friends are going to be able to come Wednesday for New Year's Eve, because if it's really bad, and because they live out of town, and yeah, so we'll see what happens. I don't know. We've spent New Year's Eve alone before because they couldn't get here. We'll do it again. It's not that big of a deal. It's just more of a fun time to get together and play games, because that's kind of been our tradition for a number of years. So yeah, he has asked me for the last 3 days, are we taking down the tree today? Are we taking down the tree today? I'm like, no, like, let's leave it up for a bit. Plus, I'm also like, as soon as we take the tree down, this chair is going to end up moving back. And I'm really liking this chair right here. So I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see. I also the chair really blocks some of my shelves, like getting to it and kind of getting to things over here. So, I mean, I like it, but I'm also kind of like, I don't know. So this is not a long-term solution for it, I don't think. Because if we don't move it back and we take down the tree, then that spot is going to look really empty. So I'm not quite sure what our plan is yet. But I'm not taking down the tree yet. I'm thinking maybe New Year's Day, but I don't know if Andrew will hold out that long. We will see. So I'm going to go work on filming. Wednesday, December the 31st. And it is snowing outside again. Andrew has already snowblowed the driveway this morning, and now he's out shoveling, and it's 1:30. It is 1:30, yes. So like really, I don't know if our friends are going to be able to come over tonight, because we still have some roads closed in the area, not quite right by us, but in our county. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know what it's supposed to be like later in the day, but one of our friends definitely will not be able to make it because they would be coming from further away. But, oh well, that's just the way it is. So last night I did finish You Make It Feel Like Christmas by Toni, Shiloh. This is set in Washington, D.C., and it is a fun story. It is a brother's best friend trope. The little sister comes home for the holiday and hangs out with her brother, one of her brother's best friends, and kind of helps him with his store as well. And they do Christmas activities together. There is a secondary storyline with Star not wanting to be at home or dreading being at home because her sister is getting married to her ex-boyfriend. That storyline was a little frustrating, and the sister was really a bridezilla at points. But it was more of a side storyline. It was more about Star and Waylon and deciding like what their future held. What I really liked about the story is they both had decisions to make, personal, other than a relationship, just personal, like job-wise, career decisions. And they both encouraged each other to pray about that decision and look for what God wants them to do before they acted on it. I really appreciated that. This was a short story, 170 pages, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. So I have given it 4 stars. And I'm going to say this is the last book I'm going to read this year, because I did not start one once I finished this last night. And that leaves me at 158 books this year. I was kind of like, well, I could pick up a novella and read today, but I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to end on a 159. I know that's just weird, that whatever. But I'm also kind of like, I want to start my January TBR. One book in particular, and that is While the City Sleeps by Elizabeth Camden. Because this is not officially on my January TBR, but I need to read it to read the book that is officially on my January TBR. And this is, you know, your average length, 320, 30, 40 pages. So I'm like, there's no way I'm going to read this all today, because that's just not happening. I haven't read yet today, and it's already 1:30. And our friends are supposed to get here between 5:30 and 6:30. We'll see. It depends what time he gets off work today. But yeah, so I don't know. I want to work on cleaning up my desk. I have things all over the place from working on my reading journal, and I'm playing with my zebra mile liners that I got. I want to label all the colors because they're currently in Japanese, and I don't read Japanese. So I'm gonna take my label maker and put colors that I know. So I'm going to work on that, and I'm watching hockey. Of course I am. So yeah, I'm not going to get a lot of reading done today, which is okay. I'm happy with ending the year at 158 and kind of taking a book that I'm going to be starting today and moving it into the new year. And speaking of books, I have decided to unhaul a book that I have not read, or I have not reread it. I did initially read this pre-2015. But I don't have any notes on my thoughts of it, and I kept it on my shelf then. But now I'm like, I have no idea. And after my experience with the last book by this author, I'm like, I have no desire to read this book. So I'm just going to unhaul it and free up some space. And that is Self-Incrimination by Randy Singer. I saw the tag on it and everything. I paid $3.99 for this, according to this tag. And yeah, I don't care. So I'm going to unhaul it. I am expecting a book outlet order to be delivered today. I placed an order on Boxing Day because they had a Boxing Day sale, so on the 26th. But I also had a coupon because my birthday was in November at the end, and I had to use that coupon by December the 28th. So, I mean, it worked out perfectly that I could combine that coupon with the 20% off Boxing Day sale. And I just got a out for delivery notification. I was like, I was not expecting it to be out for delivery already. So there's a good chance I could receive it today. It will not be in this video though, because I'm going to do a separate book haul and kind of talking about all the books I got in December, because I picked up quite a few Kindle books throughout December as well. So yeah, that is the update for right now. I don't think I have anything else to share. I will tell you a little bit about this book once I start it. It is a 26 and 26 book, and contrary to Andrew's opinion about While the City Sleeps, that this cannot be set in New York because that city never sleeps, it is set in New York. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I will link the 26 and 26 video below, where Andrew tells me all the books that were picked between him and Christine and his comment about this book. So yeah, that's basically what I know is historical fiction set in New York. Amid the hushed city, two hearts must navigate danger and deception, bound by a love that outshines the stars. And it is April 1913. So we'll see. The tree shrunk. Andrew decided it was time. Well, change of plans. As kind of expected, our friends canceled tonight because once he got home from work, he wasn't going back out in the weather. And it is still snowing. And that was totally expected because as I said earlier, we've had roads closed for a while. So we have New Year's Eve alone, just the two of us, which, I mean, it's fine. We've done it before, whatever. So Andrew won and we took down the tree tonight. Because we may get together with our friends tomorrow because we're all off tomorrow. So if the weather improves, they'll leave their home and we'll leave our house and we'll get together. So we'll see. But since we had the change of plans and now the tree is down, Andrew's ready to move the chair back. And I was like, I don't know if I want to move the chair back. So I thought, but I did get a package today and nowhere on this box does it say where it's actually from. But we have books. So yes, it is from Book Outlet. And so I've changed my mind because it's all about change today. And I'm going to show you what I got. So I've already started opening it, but I'm going to finish opening it. And then I'll show you what I ordered. I get open. Okay, book number 1 is Season of My Enemy by Naomi Mush. I don't know. It's part of the Heroines of World War II series, and I'm working on collecting this series because I'm working my way through it. And this one says, get your farm in the fight. The realities of World War II come to Wisconsin. Then we've got book 2 and book 3 of a series, and this is the Quantico Files. So Deadfall is book 2 and Free Fall is book 3. This is by Nancy Mal. I already own book 1, so this will complete this series. I have not started this series yet. It's romantic suspense. Then I'm like, there's another part of a series here. So book 2 and book 3 of another series where I own book 1 already. This is historical romance, and it is Saved by the Matchmaker by Jodie Headland is book 2. And book 3 is A Wager for the Matchmaker. A Wager with the Matchmaker. And book 4 releases in February, I want to say, of this series. And again, I own book 1. Okay, then we've got Undercurrent of Secrets by Rachel Scott McDaniel. This is an author you know that I have fallen in love with recently. This is part of the Doors to the Past series. And Two Women, a Century Apart, expose a secret aboard a steamboat. Okay, then we have another Doors to the Past book, and it is Passages of Hope by Terry J. Haynes. I don't know anything about this book. Gracie discovers a hidden room of secrets. And then Beyond Ivy Walls by Rachel Fordham. This is a historical romance, and this will complete my Rachel Fordham collection. And I absolutely loved this book. This is kind of a Beauty and the Beast retelling. It says, remnant of Beauty and the Beast, a recluse and a young woman discover that the scars of life are no match against an act of love. I gave this one 5 stars when I read it. And the last item that I've been debating about forever. I've been thinking about it. And I just finally did it. And that is a single column journaling Bible in the ESV version. This is by Crossway. So I'm going to open it up. It is a solid black hardcover. Like, this is like exactly the type of Bible I've been looking for, is just a plain cover and hardcover, because I love it. And so when you open it, so you got your single column, and then you got wide margins to be able to write notes on. And I have my study Bible that I was given when I graduated high school, going into my first year of college. And I graduated high school in 1997, okay? So that Bible is older than I want to know it is. And I mean, I went to Bible college for a number of years, so it has a lot of notes in it from school and stuff. And I'm like, I kind of want to almost start fresh a little bit when I'm studying the Bible. And I mean, that Bible is also got packing tape on it because it's falling apart, carrying it back and forth, multiple places, multiple times. And so I'm like, So a few years ago for Christmas, I want to say maybe 3 years ago, my mom gave me money to buy a Bible, but I couldn't decide what type of Bible I wanted. And I debated and debated and debated. And 3 years later, I finally bought one. Basically, because it's an NIV study Bible is the one I have. And I still really like it. And I'm like, I don't want to buy the exact same Bible that I already have, because I'm not getting rid of the one I have. So I decided to go with no study portion. This is just the standard Bible with the journaling spacing. And I decided to go for ESV so that I have a different version, so that I can compare NIV to ESV. So that is what I decided to get. I'm pretty excited. I just put the cover back on, but like, I love plain. That is my jam. Plain, nothing on the front. And black is, yeah. If I was going to design a Bible, it would look like this. Now, what are we going to do for the rest of the evening? I don't know. And I'm watching hockey currently and reading, because I did start While the City Sleeps, which I'm really enjoying so far, but I'm only a couple chapters in. And Andrew was like, well, do you want to play a game? Because that's what we would be doing tonight. But we'd be doing like board games or card games or something. And he's like, well, we could play a video game. I'm like, I don't really want to do that. So I don't know yet. We'll see. The night's still early. It's only 7:30. So still early. Lots of hours to go.
Hello. I'm Old Man Winter. My hands are cold.
Did you have gloves on?
Yes.
And what were you doing?
Snow blowing. Again.
So Andrew is not here today, so I can make something I like that I never get to make when he's around for supper. So I am going to put the slow cooker on, and I'm going to make cream cheese chicken pasta. So it's kind of like an Alfredo pasta sauce. So I've got chicken. I have 2 chicken breasts. Okay. Then I have a can of cream of chicken soup. Of course, it doesn't want to come out. There we go. Then I have Andrew's favorite thing. Yeah, this is why I can't eat it when he's around. Cream cheese. Just gonna sit on top there. Then 2 cups of chicken broth. Take my fork out because I don't need it. Get that soup off of there. And then 1 package of Italian seasoning. Put the lid on, And this will cook on low for 5 to 6 hours. I'll check the chicken. Then I will shred the chicken, mix, because the block of cheese will all be melted and stuff. I will mix it around, and then I will add penne pasta, and it will cook for about half an hour, maybe not even that long. I have to look at the recipe and double check. It's been a while. But yeah, and then I will have supper and lunch tomorrow. Well, hello. It is Friday, January the 2nd, so Happy New Year, because I did not come on yesterday. So yesterday we did end up getting together with our friends. We went out for supper, then we came back and did our Christmas exchange that we always do on New Year's Eve. And then we played games. And so they're the ones that I gifted the Really Loud Librarian game to. So we played that. It was really fun, but I feel like our categories were really hard. And then the other game we played was I Should Have Known That, and it's like a trivia card game. But if you get the answer wrong, you subtract points and go down. And so we played that, girls versus guys. And the girls didn't do as well. The guys asked, could we have some car questions? And the very next question was, what? Okay, sorry about that. The very next question they got was, what is the automobile headquarters for GM? Where is it located in the United States for GM? I was like, seriously? Like, they couldn't get an easier question? Because we've been there. The four of us have been there together and did a factory tour. And yeah, it's Detroit. And I was just like, really? Like, I swear they got the easy questions and we got the hard ones. I mean, there was a couple where they, you know, were stumped too. But I was like, oh my gosh. But that was really fun. Like, I would totally play both games again. But I also love trivia, so yeah, I would highly recommend I Should Have Known That. Okay, so but for Christmas, they gave me this Javi protein coffee mix for iced coffee. So I'm gonna try that now. I have a glass of milk that I'm gonna add it to. The only thing, it says about adding a scoop and then using a frother or shaker to mix it, but I do not have either one, so I'm just gonna mix it and hope, cross my fingers, that I mix it okay. So we're gonna try that. My friend Sue recommended it for the mornings, but I know I like hot coffee in the morning. I'm not an iced coffee drinker first thing in the morning, but it is 11:15 now, so I figure that's okay, I can try it now. And I am home alone for the next 30-ish hours, 32 hours, 36, I don't know, depends when he gets home. So Andrew has gone off to go meet up with one of his sisters who lives out of town, and then they are going and heading to their mom's place and another sister in another town. But the sister and the mom live in the same town, and then Andrew and this sister don't. That wasn't confusing at all, right? So yeah, so they've gone off. They're gonna spend the night at their mom's, and then they'll be back sometime tomorrow. And I was like, nice. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy a day at home alone. I'm hoping to get some filming done. I have already put my supper in the crock pot. Yeah, I feel like there was something. Oh, reading. So I am reading While the City Sleeps by Elizabeth Camden. I have not got a ton read. I started this New Year's Eve, and I'm still only at page 79, starting chapter 8. I wasn't in the mood yesterday. I was fighting a headache during the day. And then it did go away a bit, but then it came back later. So like I read one chapter in bed and then went to bed early. Like, yeah, last night was the earliest I've gone to bed since I've been off, which, like, I mean, it was 11:15, I think. Like, yeah, just, yeah. I am enjoying it. And kind of funny, when I met the two characters. So we've got a dentist, a female dentist, and we have a police officer. And as soon as the police officer was introduced, I was like, hey, it's a law enforcement character that is not a suspense book. So I'm like, okay, if I enjoy this, I can add this to my recommendations list for the August prompt of a law enforcement character. So like that is in the back of my mind as I'm already starting to read books for the year, is recommendations for the different prompts throughout the bingo, for the bingo challenge. So okay, I'm gonna open this and I'm gonna give it a try. Okay, so I have it mixed. I do have double the amount of milk that it calls for, but I only used 1 scoop of powder. We'll see, and stirring it didn't work as well as I hoped. I don't know if shaking it would be better, and yeah, so we'll see. Okay. It's definitely creamy. Definitely taste the coffee and the caramel. It's pretty good. I just don't like the powder bits on the top that just didn't mix in well. But maybe a frother would work better for that, right? But, we'll see. How caffeinated am I going to be later today? And it's got protein, so we'll see. Just more snow. Andrew even shoveled this morning. Okay, I'm gonna let that snow melt for a little bit and then I'll open them. Okay, so I just put the pasta in the slow cooker. I shredded the chicken, mixed the sauce up, put the pasta in. Gonna cook for another half hour or so and then supper will be ready. And I have filmed 2 videos so far today. I've uploaded them to my computer. I want to work on editing one of them because I would like to get one up tomorrow, but I don't have to get it up tomorrow. It's kind of whatever. I just have so many ideas right now that I want to get done. Yeah. Okay, but as promised, I'm going to open these Amazon packages. They're both really light. And I'm like, why do they do this with separate packages for the same order? And I probably should have got scissors. Oh, maybe not. So I'm just going to open both and then I'll show you together what they are. Okay, so 2 lipsticks. This one is, these are Maybelline, what are they actually called? Maybelline Superstay Ink Crayon. So that's what they are. This color is Lead the Way. When I went to go use it the other day, it wouldn't twist up anymore. So these are just I don't know how well you can see that, just a twist up crayon. But on the opposite end, they have a little sharpener, right? So you can sharpen them. These are my favorite. Long lasting, stay, yeah. So I got Lead the Way because I was running out. And then I got, I can't even read that. Why are they so tiny? Okay, I had to look it up. On the Grind. And now that I see that, know the name, I can kind of see it, but I still can't really read it. And so this is just a darker color. It's supposed to be a nude, so we'll see. So these are the 2 new ones I got. Then I got a refill for my label maker. When I was working on marking my highlighters the other day with English names, I ran out. So need that, so I can finish that tonight, maybe while I'm watching the game. We'll see. And then I got a number. And I'm gonna show you this. Well, maybe I should work on blowing it now. So I have a 500. Actually, why don't I just take you downstairs while my stuff's cooking? So I have this 500 hanging here that my BFF sent me when my channel reached 500. That was quite a while ago, and I've just left it there. It was on my bookcase when I did the initial celebrating 500 subscribers, and then I just moved it over here. And I don't talk about channel numbers a lot because I don't pay attention to channel numbers a lot. It's not about the numbers. I'm too high. That's because I'm kneeling on the floor now. Okay. But the other day, I pulled up my thing to respond to some comments. And I was at 1498. And I'm like, I'm so close. So close. And then I looked up later, just out of curiosity, it was 1511. Like, it jumped. And I was like, cool. So I texted my best friend and said, hey, could you send me the link for the numbers you sent? Because I would like to get a 1. So she sent me the link so that I had the same ones, basically. So then I ordered a 1. So it doesn't look like anything here, but it's a 1. So I'm going to blow it up and add it to the 500 so that it says 1500. And I'm so thankful. Like, I did not expect this. And I've had so much fun with this channel. And I wasn't sure at the beginning. And my husband wasn't really sure at the beginning either. But he has become much more involved in it. And he's like, are you going to record that? Are you going to film this? Like, he's having fun now too. So I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for all you guys watching and commenting and subscribing to my channel and following along and saying how much you are enjoying and the recommendations that you enjoy. And it just makes my heart very happy. And my passion is definitely YouTube more than Instagram. I like to follow on Instagram, but I suck at posting on Instagram. I don't know. There's something about it. I think it's just, if I'm going to put my focus into posting on something, it's on YouTube. And that's what it's going to be for a while. So yeah, I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody who has supported the channel. I have enjoyed interacting with you, and I look forward to future interactions and just having more fun and finding great books to read. So after supper, I'm going to blow this up. There's a little straw in here, so I'm going to blow this up, and I'm going to try to add it there. But it might be difficult when there's only me because it's on a string, right? And they slide. And the number of times that has been retaped to hang up there. So we'll see if I can get it done. I'm going to try. It's more in an awkward spot as well because it's above this shelf, right? So it's kind of more awkward. But we'll see if I can get it done. And we'll see if my husband will notice that I changed the number when he gets home. So it is now being changed. The 1 does not match exactly the same shade as the 500, but that would be because they were from a different batch. I've had the 5 and 0s for a while now. The 1 is new, but it's there. It's done. So, cream cheese chicken pasta and much to Andrew's dismay, but he's not here, so he won't care today. I am putting Parmesan on top of it. Well, it is now Saturday, January 3rd. I think so. I think so. That's the problem with being off. It's like, where did the dates go? I knew it was Saturday at least. So it is 1 o'clock now, and I thought I would check in. So last night I chatted with my BFF on the phone for 3 hours. Oh, it was so good. We haven't talked via phone, like talked in so long. And a lot of our talking has been through texting and stuff just because of the way schedules work and things and different time zone. And it didn't matter last night because her husband was away, my husband was away. It worked out so well. It was so good, so fulfilling. But I might have stayed up a little bit too late because I was yawning when we said goodnight. And then I read a couple more chapters. I don't know, as soon as I got in bed, that I was awake, right? Like, isn't that the way it always works? And so I read a few more chapters. Then I did sleep in a bit this morning, not horribly, I would say. I slept in a little bit longer than I would have normally. Then I got up, showered, I filmed a video this morning, and I have had lunch, and now we are here. So a couple things I thought I would share. I realized yesterday when I did the haul of the 2 lipstick products, the Lead the Way was the lipstick, the one I got that I had before. It was actually the one I was wearing yesterday. So then today I put on the new one on the grind. So yeah, I like it. Yeah, I just thought that was funny that the one I hauled was the one I was actually wearing. Or one of the ones I hauled was what I was actually wearing. Yeah, so I have plans. Oh, and Andrew texted me this morning, which Andrew does not carry his cell phone with him normally. He has one, but it's for his emergency use when he needs it. So he usually, if he's in town, he doesn't even have it. He has it at work, like it's in his lunch bag, it sits in his locker, but it's like never on. And so I very rarely get texts from him. Then yesterday I got a text from him when he arrived there because I had asked him, can you please let me know when you get there safely? So I got a text when he arrived. Then later in the day, I got a text from his sister saying, you know, they're having fun, what they're doing, sent a picture of them playing games. And I'm like, yeah, but that's okay. I love to play games. Andrew's not big a game player, and that's what we always do when we get together with his family. But yeah. But then I got a text this morning from him saying, you know, this is the plan for the day. Then I just got a text a little while ago that plans have changed a little bit. We're a little bit behind. That's okay. That's fine. But I'm like 2 texts in one day from him. Wow. But yeah. Okay. While the City Sleeps by Elizabeth Camden. So I am now at page 132, chapter 14, and really funny. Not really, I mean, sort of part of the story, a little bit, but there have been a couple letters from somebody sending them to the police. And I'm just like, I thought that was funny when there was a couple letters in it because I did not expect that at all. But I am really enjoying this. There was one part where something happened. Somebody was called by a certain name. And I was like, wait, what? What? You knew they were hiding something, but didn't know what they were hiding. And that happened. It was like, and then the chapter ended. It was like, wait, I need to know. So I had to continue on. We didn't get an answer right away, but I do have an answer now. So I'm like, okay, I'm intrigued to see how this is going. I really like both of these characters, and the title name has shown up a few times in the book. It has to do with Catherine, our main character, who is the dentist, and it's really intriguing. I'm really intrigued about what is going on with these characters and what they're doing, and yeah, that's all I'm really going to tell you because I don't want to spoil the book, but I'm invested. And I don't know what I'm going to do this afternoon. I have lots of filming plans, like ideas for videos. And I was thinking I could, while he's away, I could batch film a bunch of videos and then I wouldn't have to film for a little bit, right? I'd be all set. But it also, if I want to batch film, it means I have to change each time. And I don't want to be changing outfits all the time. I mean, it's not that hard to change my top, but yeah, and maybe I should work on editing some. And I want to work on labeling my markers so I can put my markers away. So I don't know, and hockey's on right now. So I could label and watch hockey and cut out some book stickers that I need to cut out. So I could do that. I mean, I've already got 3 videos filmed between yesterday and today. So, I mean, it's not, and I have another one that I filmed a couple days ago as well. So, I mean, I have videos that I could work on editing. I did edit 2 of them last night though. Oh yeah, I did that last night too. I filmed 2 yesterday. I edited both of them yesterday. So I have the one from today that I need to edit. I have the one that I filmed previously that I need to edit, but that one's not going to go up for a bit. Then, yeah, I have my December wrap up I could film, but I don't want to post that until after this vlog is posted because December is in a bit of this vlog. So I don't want to do that. So I might wait and film that after work one night this week instead of doing it today. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. I think I'm going to go work on my markers. That's really what I want to get done today. And I need to dust our bedroom. My dresser is pretty dusty. I don't know, but I could do that tomorrow too. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go work on the markers. It is Sunday afternoon now, January the 4th. We are home from church and had lunch. And I actually did a closing clip for this vlog last night. But then I finished this book last night. I was not expecting to finish it last night, which is why I had filmed the closing clip. But I just got so invested. So I'm redoing the closing clip. And you won't see the one from last night. So yesterday, Andrew got home probably early evening. We chatted. I did end up working on labeling all my markers, so I put the color names on them based on what's on the website for them. But then I also chose my 5-star colors, and then I put the star rating as well. So for example, this gold will be for my 5 stars. And then I'm going to be using smoke blue for my 4 stars. And we will have Magneta for my 3 stars and Vermilion for my 2 stars. And so they are all color-coded in English for me to know what they. And then I did do a swatch sheet as well so that I know and kind of planned out my monthly colors as well. So I got that done. And then a funny thing, I was working on that a few days prior, but then I ran out of label for my label maker. And so I had to order some and wait. Well, then I was like sorting through my drawers that are under my desk. And while I was sorting through it, I came across this. I was like, oh, I already had a refill. But I'd already opened the new one and put it in the label. So I'm good for, again, later. Oops, that's what happens when it's at the back of the drawer, I guess. Oh, well. Yeah, so that was pretty much yesterday. Then this morning, got up, went to church. So this book. I really enjoyed this book. At the last half, I was like hooked. Like I had to know what was going to happen. I could not put it down. And I might have stayed up a little bit too late last night. Well, a lot too late. I think I finished it about 1:15 or something. A lot too late. But I was like, I only have 30 pages. I gotta read. I gotta finish it. So I did mark a page to share with you. And 2 characters are talking to each other here. And it says, we all have the freedom to choose what kind of person we want to be, what kind of character to show to the world. And I want to be brave. I really like that. So we've got a dentist and a law enforcement officer, a police officer, who the police officer is striving for more and wants to be on the bomb squad. And that is frightening because bomb squads are frightening. Yeah, and I really liked kind of, they did their best. There is some lying throughout that kind of causes friction in the relationship, but I totally understood the lie. I do wish it had been shared a little bit earlier, but I also understand what was holding them back from sharing. And I didn't like the way the person reacted when they first found out, but they eventually come around and accept it. And I mean, they were trying to improve themselves and because of their background. So yeah, I'm giving this 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. And the last chapter we kind of have an insight of what the next book might be about, or who the next book, like the main character, will be. We had met them throughout this. They were active in this story, but now like we know kind of where they are, and knowing that the next book features somebody overseas, the last chapter kind of gives an insight into that. So I really like the way it's kind of tied together. I'm really anxious to read the next book. I'm not quite sure if it's going to be my next book or if I will read something else, because I am going to be buddy reading this month, and I got to figure out when we're starting the buddy read book. And I have not decided how I'm going to, this was a 26 and 26 book, and I haven't decided how I'm going to do those cards. If I'm going to scratch as I finish the book, or leave it for the end of the month, which I don't really want to do. So I don't know yet. I'm going to kind of think about it a little bit, and then I will let you know. It's the first book on my bingo board, or it's not even a bingo board this year, on my sheet this year. So really the placement makes no difference for the first book. So I'm going to wait a little bit to decide. Okay, what else did I read this month? Or this week. I finished From the Valley We Rise by Elizabeth Musser at the beginning of the week. And I started and finished You Make It Feel Like Christmas by Toni Shiloh. And then I started this one and finished it this week, While the City Sleeps by Elizabeth Camden. So my thoughts for these two books are earlier in the vlog, and I just shared my thoughts on this one, and I highly recommend you giving this series a try. I did learned this week that Elizabeth Camden is a pen name for somebody else. And when I discovered that and read about it, I was like, that's really kind of cool. I had no idea. And yeah, so that was a new fact I learned. So that was my week, and this vlog is going to be quite a bit longer. I was editing yesterday and didn't realize how many clips I had or how long it was. But I guess when I'm at home and can film whenever I want almost, I guess I chat more. But that's, hopefully you've stuck through, enjoyed this vlog, and it hasn't been boring. I don't really know. It's, everybody's taste is different, right? So we are back to work tomorrow for back to regular schedule. It's going to be a long week next week. Full 5 days after having 10 days off. Because I don't count Monday when I went in to work to do payroll. I don't really count that. So I last worked a full day on Wednesday. So 7, 8, 9, yeah, 10, right? So yeah, it's going to be a long week, I think, but that's okay. Yeah, that's it for now. I'm done and rambling. Thank you for taking the time to watch this vlog today, and I hope you stick around for future videos. Have a great day. Bye.